All right, we're back for another Beyond the Blue series. Today we're gonna give a preview of the Chelsea versus Aston Villa game that's happening today at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So, looking at this team, looking at Chelsea FC, we know we just took two pretty big defeats over the past over the past week. We got smoked by Liverpool 4-1, and then we got smoked by Aston Villa 4-2. Two very humbling games to say the least. We thought we were in form. We won 6 of our last 7 for that game last week against Aston Villa, where we drew in the fourth round of the FA Cup. So tonight's going to be a replay of that game. But yeah, let's talk about the Liverpool and the Wolves game. So when you look at these two games, when you look at Liverpool game, they just had our number from the jump. This team looked like they were undisciplined. Didn't look like they really wanted to be there. Didn't really. This was very lackluster play from Chelsea, and we got ripped apart. And the same thing happened with Wolves. It was non-existent. We looked like we were outnumbered. Poch looked like he was out tactic or out coached. Tactics look off. Players out of position. The same thing. And the large consensus this week is everyone's saying Poch out, Poch out, Poch out. But the thing is, we don't want to get another transfer ban. We don't want that because it just wouldn't be helpful for the mockery that we are already dealing with. But there's a lot of things going on in the club right now. Like, and it's funny, like last season you look at Cucurella and we were like, man, this kid sucks. Like, we should have never bought him. We should have definitely left him where he was at. We're missing his creativity when it comes to attacking these days drastically. And also we it just doesn't make sense. And so, you know, when looking at this game today against Aston Villa, this has to be a strong display of force. I know Villa sits at like fourth in the Premier League, which is crazy. But we as the world-renowned club that we are, we need to put our foot forward and go in and win a game because right now this is just not the way we should be playing. We have in the next 3 games, we have Aston Villa today, we have Crystal Palace on Monday, and then we have City next Saturday. And so that game against City, I'm just going to say it. I expect a loss. I'm not expecting anything out of that game. We need to get 3 points against Crystal Palace. We need to win today against Aston Villa. And today's game strictly relies on Pochettino. Can Poch do his job and produce a winning team, a winning tactic, a winning formation? Can we do that? If so, we will win this game. But if Potts fails yet again, we will lose drastically. Drastically. And I think if we get smoked this game 3-1, 4-1, I think Potts will be sacked by tomorrow because right now it just doesn't make much sense of what we're doing right now at the club. And honestly, like if we get sacked, if we sack Poch, like everyone's saying, Mourinho should make a name for himself to come back, which to me is very interesting. I don't know. We all remember Mourinho the second time it wasn't the best, but it seems like he's very open to coming back as an interim or as even a stand-in until we find a more long-term solution. But it's just not really making much sense right now what's going on at the club. There's reports that Enzo is ready to leave. It's like you just signed an 8-year deal. You're not going anywhere. So all those reports, excuse me, all those reports are ridiculous to me. They're just an absolute joke, and I'm not expecting Enzo to be gone anywhere. I mean, we signed an 8-year deal for $100 million. Like, that's just not going to work. So, yeah. Prediction wise for today's game, I'm expecting a win. I think if we don't win, then there will be some serious consequences from top to bottom. I'm hearing players not being happy with Poch, and this is the Poch effect. I mean, look when he was at Tottenham, they never won anything. Whenever he was at PSG, I mean, it's easy to win things in PSG, but when he was at PSG, that squad didn't even like him. So I don't know. I think we pulled the trigger too fast on hiring Poch, but we'll have to wait and see what that looks like. Todd Bowley has been awful. I mean, we know that from the jump. He should sell the club to anybody else that has a brain when it comes to football. Because right now he's just failing on all fronts. So anyway, yeah, let me know how you think today's game's gonna go. And let me know what your score results or results are gonna be. But yeah, my name's Davion. This has been Beyond the Blues, and it's been the post game. Peace.